Hey, what's up? I'm Dom and welcome back to my channel. In my previous video, I talked about the 5 things I absolutely hate about my Pixel 6 Pro. And to make it fair, I decided to make a video about the 5 things I absolutely adore about the Google Pixel 6 Pro. So, for those of you who are new to Tech with Dom, approximately 3 weeks ago, I upgraded my main phone, my iPhone 12, to the Pixel 6 Pro. My contract was running out, and I wanted a phone mainly for productivity. So that's mainly creating videos, taking cool photos, and one that has a decent amount of storage space. And the Pixel 6 Pro was on a pretty cool deal with my network provider, which happens to be O2 at the minute. And yeah, I decided to give it a go. Now, I was fully aware that a lot of people have been reporting issues with the Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro, but I thought to myself that a lot of people do have this phone and don't report severe issues, so I thought, okay, I'm going to find out for myself. Now, to make my decision even easier, in the past I owned many Pixel devices. So I started with the Pixel 2, I had the 3A XL, I had the 5, and up till this time, and probably still now, my least liked version of the Pixel has got to be the 5, mainly because, well, the phone, I had a lot of issues with that phone. I don't know if it's just my particular version. So if there are any Pixel 5 owners, let me know what the phone is like now. But I have had a 5 and I wasn't a fan of it because it was constantly overheating and apps weren't launching. I'm not having this issue with the Pixel 6 Pro, although I must admit it does sometimes get a little bit hotter than usual. But it's not overheating, it's not switching off because of the heat, which is a huge plus in my view. So, in no particular order, let's go to the 5 things I absolutely adore about this phone. So, we're going to start with the main thing, the camera. I think this is an absolutely epic camera. I mean, just take a look at some of these photos. So, I'm no photographer, but hopefully you enjoyed looking at this little presentation of my photos. Um, and yeah, I am constantly experimenting with photos and photography on this phone. I really want to get into the sort of mobile photography hobby. I think that you can take some pretty cool shots. And what I am going to do, and to be fair, before we go any further, what I have done is on my website techwithdom.com, I created a dedicated area for the Pixel 6 Pro. It's available at www.techwithdom.com/Pixel 6 Pro. And I'm going to be introducing a photo gallery where I upload all of my Pixel 6 pictures, as well as posts relating to the Pixel and these videos. So do check that out. Now, you may be surprised that I'm saying that the camera is one of my favorite parts of this phone, particularly since in my previous video I hated it. Now, I don't hate the camera at all. I hate the fact that it used to crash, and I say it used to because touch wood, hopefully it's fixed now. But in my previous, but in my first 2 or so weeks the camera app kept crashing. It just kept going blank and I couldn't use it. I missed out some pretty cool opportunities for photos because of it, and it was more of an annoyance. But that hasn't happened since I've updated my phone. Now, I don't know if you watch my day in the life of the Pixel 6 Pro video, but I ran an update on the phone during that time, and if I'm honest, I don't know if they actually included any fixes for it, but the camera stopped crashing. And to be honest with you, there was also a camera app update which may be the culprit for the good results of it not crashing. Because yeah, touch wood, it hasn't crashed since that, or one of those updates. So that's a really good thing. Now, moving on, the second thing I absolutely adore about this phone is the fact that you have the at glance feature built into the home screen. Now, once again, you may be extremely surprised to find that I am including this, since I also included it in my 5 things I hate video. But what I think I was referring to more than anything is the fact that it needs work on it. And just after that video, they've released an update, believe it or not, which makes it just a tad bit more useful. And the thing that I noticed that they introduced on this phone was the fact that it now shows you the battery percentage of any Bluetooth headphones that you have connected. And I think that that is pretty cool. So yeah, whilst I do think that the at glance feature is still slightly underutilized, I do absolutely love that feature. What I would love to see on that is my train journeys being displayed. So in an ideal world, I would like to know what platform my train is on. I would like there to be a link to my Google Pay wallet where my ticket is. It just makes life a lot easier, and it's pretty cool, I guess. And I also like it to show if my train is delayed or not. But I guess that's a work in progress at the minute, and it will need some form of integration with either the Trainline app or maybe some further integration through the emails or the calendar event, or however it works, to be fair. Now moving on, the third moving about this phone is just the look of it. I mean, it's actually a really, really pretty phone. I mean, it comes with quite a few color choices, and initially, I'll be honest, I wasn't a fan of this camera design. I thought, what the hell have they done? But actually, it looks really cool. And now, I did mention in my previous video that I also wish that the buttons were slightly changed, because I had to sort of twist the phone a little bit to access some of the buttons on the side. But even with that, I think that this phone looks absolutely beautiful. Now, moving on to the fourth thing I love about this phone, it's got to be the interface. Ever since I owned my first Google Pixel, the Google Pixel 2, I fell in love instantly with the interface, with the launcher, with the way that it just works perfectly and flawlessly. And an easy way to explain how much I love the Pixel launchers is the fact that with any other Android phone, be it Huawei, be it Samsung, be it Huawei, be it Honor, what else did I have? Be it Kubot, be it Elephone, any of those phones, I used to download a third-party launcher such as Buzz Launcher back in the day, or even the official Google Now launcher, which was pretty cool. But ever since I had the Pixel, I just use the default one, and the one on the 6 Pro is no difference. I absolutely love it. I'm even using a default stock wallpaper that they had available, because I think it's just so cool. And that just proves that the design of the phone and the way that they design it, the phone is to be used easily without any issues. And perfection is the word I was looking for. Now, moving on to the final thing I love about this phone, and that has to be the speech to text feature, or the speech recognition feature, call it what you will. I think that having had a huge amount of phones and digital assistants such as, I think that this phone has possibly the best speech recognition or speech to text I've ever used. And I'm telling you this as someone with a strong accent. You know, I tend to find myself arguing with some assistants all the time, like, for example. But yeah, just take a look at this example. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. So, moving on to the verdict up until this point, I think that it's an absolutely brilliant phone. Yes, there are a few issues, but most of the issues I had, such as the fingerprint scanner or the camera, seem to have been sorted. I mean, the phone isn't still 100% perfect, but it's up there, and I do enjoy using this phone, and I would recommend it. I mean, look at it this way: the issues I initially had with this phone, although they were annoying, they didn't stop me from using the phone. They were just more of an inconvenience at the time. But at the end of the day, I'm glad to say that most of these issues are now fixed, and I hope that Google will not have the same issues with the upcoming Pixel 7. Anyway, that's it for the 5 things I love about my Pixel 6 Pro. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more great content. Now, just a side note, do check out my blog at techwithdom.com, specifically the Google Pixel page, where I am going to be posting photos I take. I'm going to be posting photos I take with it, updates, as well as blog posts about it, and even these videos, to be fair, why not? I currently run a newsletter which I send out twice a month on an every 2-week basis, talking about my experience with tech. There is a lot of exclusive content on there, as well as content from other creators which I link up, which I find useful myself or very interesting myself. I'm even going to post exclusive behind the scenes video with that newsletter, so yeah, do check it out. And if you think that you have had enough of me and have had enough of my newsletter, you are more than welcome to unsubscribe. It'll be breaking my heart, but we all need a break sometimes. But yeah, anyway, stay tuned for more videos in this Pixel series, and till next time.